Usher says he has nothing negative to say about Diddy. Usher
That's
did an
unfortunate.
interview recently, and he said he has nothing negative to say about Diddy. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
As Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that, and that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah, you told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you had that really, really hard teacher. But you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture and create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created.
Okay. So I got some things to think. I have some things to say, but I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Well, I was just wondering, how was he misrepresented? That's what I was wondering. Did we not see the video? Was that AI? How was he misrepresented? I'm confused.
Here's the deal for me. I can understand the fact of powerful people. And what I mean by powerful people, like people like Sean Combs, or even the most recent situation with Cesar Chavez. This is in this aspect. Mm-hmm. Even Martin Luther King Jr. Because they believe that Martin Luther King Jr. had cheated on Coretta Scott King, and he was like this adulterer, and blah 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 blah. Totally understand all of that, right? Now, again, these are great men, right? With a great message that they had, right? And what I mean by, and even Diddy, and what I mean by that is that they did things to open doors for individuals to make it better for those people. Yes, they did that. But you also got to remember these motherfuckers are human and they fuck up. So everybody's experience with them is not going to be the same experience. So again, I understand that part where Usher is at right there. But the part where he was like, he has been misrepresented is, wait a minute, nigga. No, I seen the video of this nigga stomping her ass out. Nigga, it was nothing misrepresented about that ass whooping on fucking screen.
We saw the documentaries and all the shit that he'd been doing over the years. He was not being misrepresented. Like,
misrepresented is fucking crazy, my guy.
And I love Usher, and that was disappointing to hear. I definitely agree though with him that you got to separate the art from the, but yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And you gotta understand, in that instance, they weren't talking about Diddy. They were talking about Sean Combs, the real person. We're not talking about we're not talking about this character he portrays. We're talking about the real him and the things that he really did. Mm-hmm. The videos that you guys are speaking of, him chasing the girl down at the towel, the parties and all that shit, minus all this bullshit. We're talking about the real him. misrepresentation is a bad word, bad choice of words because, bro, this is what we seen in real time. You feel me? People for years have been saying there was going to be a downfall of Sean Puffy Combs. People for years have been saying that. Now, when we finally get here, I understand people want to be friends with people and people want to uphold people to a certain light and stuff like this. But at the same time, you got to call these people out for the things that we don't get to see. You have to call these people out. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. I understand being friends and, being good friends and you want to, I want to hold you down. But, hey, man, this doesn't look good for you right now. So to go publicly and speak about it, I mean, if it probably would have came from a regular civilian, yeah, it probably would have been heartfelt. But at this point in where we're at with Diddy and what he has done, it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, J. Cole also spoke about it this week as well. He said something about Diddy, like he wasn't going to speak down on another black man and stuff like that. And I can respect that aspect of it. You don't want to speak ill of another black man. He already going through some shit. What more is my comment about him going to jail is going to do? It's not going to free him. It's not going to absolve him of his sin. You feel what I'm saying? It's not going to do any of that. Only thing it's going to do is get you motherfuckers clicks, likes, and you going to turn around and get paid off of it. So again, why do I need to keep downrating the black man? You seen the mother again, you seen the video. You seen him, you seen that nigga stomping her ass out like a motherfucking Mario fucking Koopa. Straight up.
Fucking getting the coins.
Getting the fucking baka.